Hello everyone, I'm just having a fruit punch Gatorade here while doing this video, but today's video is going to be about my very first Disney vacation, and this was back in 2008, and so much has changed since then. The first trip I ever went to Disney on, I went with my family. There was 6 of us that ended up traveling down on a plane, and we ended up staying off of Disney during this trip. We didn't stay on Disney, we stayed at Staybridge Suites on International Drive, and it was an alright stay. We did have the pool a lot of the times and the hot tub there to ourselves, because when we did travel down at this time, it was during the winter months, very close to Christmas. It was literally like a day or two before Christmas. Our vacation pretty well ended, and we started it. We were down there for 2 weeks, pretty well the mid portion of December, right up till Christmas Eve. We were in Orlando, Florida. During this time though, at some point during the trip, every single one of us did get sick. Now, we aren't sure if it was food poisoning that we ended up getting at the hotel we were staying at, or if it was one of the restaurants on International Drive. But yes, at some point we each did get a little sick. During those 2 weeks, we did take advantage of the shops and restaurants that were on International Drive, the malls. We went shopping there as well. We took advantage of that. The prices there, when we went down compared to now, even that first trip, the prices, oh my goodness, it was a huge difference because of the dollar from the Canadian to the US. Now when you go down, it's not so much of a difference. You don't really save. Even from the last 2 trips we did go on, me and my husband, it wasn't a significant difference. But that first time when I went down with my family years and years ago, oh my goodness, you cleaned house when it came to shopping for just clothes, souvenirs, and even in the Disney parks, we got so many items for such a great price, which you wouldn't think nowadays because of the prices of everything in Disney, but then you could actually get things for a decent price. When we went down for the trip, we did end up going to Animal Kingdom. Absolutely loved it, especially during the Christmas time. During that time, they did have a parade in Animal Kingdom, and it was such a good parade. I don't think they have a Christmas parade anymore, which makes me really sad because it was extremely enjoyable, upbeat, and fun. But yes, we did attend the parade.
What do you think of that, Tris? That was cool. Hi guys, I'm seeing you enjoy those street passes, huh? Yeah?
the parks, we had the pamphlets, and we'd be checking off all the rides as we would do them. And me and my stepdad were the only two out of all 6 that hit up every ride and not missed a ride. But me and my stepdad were the only two out of all 6 that ended up doing all the rides and not miss out on one.
Hey Wilson, Jumbo. Be advised we're about to enter the reserve of Terry Forest.
I'm Jumbo, Timberwolf. Keep your eyes open and drive carefully. You should see lots of animals.
We're a relative of the giraffe family. A lot of the forest animals have stripes in their fur. It's a camouflage pattern Mother Nature gave them. It blends in their silhouette so they can hide in the shadows of the forest.
Look over here.
It looks like we got a chicken in the road up ahead. It's a helmeted guinea fowl. It's an African chicken. So you know, you finally found out why chickens cross the road, right? To stop safari trucks. You see, I got a little secret weapon. It's called barbecue sauce. Oh, well, watch this. They won't get in my way. I'm a carnivore. Whoa, but that big, huge black rhino, that's a herbivore. That animal, oh man, look at these coming. There's another one right here. This is amazing. There's only about 3,600 of them left in the whole wide world, and we found 2 of them. No, check that. We found 3 of them. There's another one laying right up there. Look at this face. 3,000 pounds. He can run 35 miles an hour, and his skin's an inch thick. It's like armor. But they're no match for poachers. Poachers put them on the endangered list. I'm hoping in our lifetime, through conservation and protection, they'll get off that doggone endangered list. But folks, right down here in this water hole, we got a really big bump. So grab these little ones and kind of hold them for a second. Brace yourself. I'll go slow, but here it is. Hang on. Now, you know, this is a 2-week photo safari. I'd like it if everybody on the truck with a camera goes home with some pictures of animals you love so much you frame them and hang them on the wall. I call them wall hangers. See, I know if you got wall hangers on your house laying in the living room on the walls, every time you look at those pictures for years to come, you will remember Greg and our amazing 2-week adventure together. I like that idea, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll slow the truck down. I'll get your cameras ready. Oh boy, yeah, we got hippos out here on the left, up there behind the island in the river. See them? Those are Nile hippos. In fact, there's a bird surfing on a hippo out there. The big hippos weigh about 5,000 pounds. They can hold their breath for 8 minutes, and they got to stay in the river or they get sunburned. They have real sensitive skin.
8 minutes.
Hippos come out of the river each night to eat 150 pounds of grass. They can hold their breath for about 8 minutes. And even though they're good swimmers, most of the time they just walk on the bottom of the river.
8 minutes.
All right, now, keep your cameras ready because we're coming up to a really creaky old bridge. Folks, please, guys, do not even think about standing up on this bridge. I'm going to slow way down, but you got to get a look at this. These are Nile crocodiles. These are real crocs. They are not animatronic. They're dinosaurs. They're wild. You can't train them. They live to do only one thing. Up to 20 feet long. They're a lot bigger and twice as aggressive as those little wimpy alligators that live back in the USA. You might spot some of their mouth open. That's how they cool off. They open their mouth to let the heat escape, which lowers their internal temperature. They can slam those jaws shut with over 1,200 pounds of pressure. Thanks for staying seated, everybody. Appreciate it.
Timberwolf, come in.
Go ahead, Wilson. We got you. What's going on today?
Just
Over.
wanted to let you know that my ground patrol has seen a lot of elephant activity near the red clay pit. You definitely want to check out that area.
Hey, roger that. You bet we want to see elephants. Thank you for that info. We should be at the red clay pit sometime early tomorrow afternoon. Over. Right side of the truck, it's an ancient baobab tree, but here in Africa, you can just call them upside down trees because that's how they look 9 months of the year with no leaves. During the rainy season, they sprout leaves and use them to absorb and store rainwater. Look here. Right here, these are Patterson's Eland. The one on the right's a cow. The guy with the pretty hat, that's a big bull. This animal right in front of us weighs 2,000 pounds. He's 6 feet at the shoulder. These are the largest antelope species in Africa. Look at this face. Isn't she beautiful? Look at that. Oh.
Isn't she cute? Look, she's like a pose.
She wants to go home with you. Take a picture of her. Take her home with you. Put her on the wall. You know, the Serengeti, the savannah here, this is my favorite view of the whole reserve. It's also known as the Serengeti grassland. It's like a super highway of grass, hundreds of miles across Africa. Each year, the Serengetis host the largest animal migration on planet Earth, the wildebeest. The savannah is a big part of the Africa we're trying to protect and conserve. Now, if you look out across the savannah, you will notice it looks neat and trim while the animals maintain that look. Elephants push trees over to eat the bark, and that lets sun in. Giraffes eat the leaves from the lowest branches of the acacia trees, lets more sun in. Sunshine makes the grass grow. That way the grazing animals always have a lot to eat while they mow the yard. All the animals working together like that, everyone's got a lot to eat. Place always looks kind of neat. It's a circle of life, nature. The tall cone shapes are termite mounds. Look at this one. Termites build those things out of sand and saliva. And elephants like to rub on them. They damaged this one over here. It used to be about 16 feet. Now it's just a mound. But hey, impalas and gazelles still use it as a lookout post. Got some white bearded wildebeest coming up here on the right. Get your cameras ready. Take a wildebeest home and hang it on the wall. Imagine 1.5 million animals in one herd. Hasn't been a migration that big on our planet since a buffalo used to roam the Wild West a couple 100 years ago. Hey, the giraffe up in the palm trees right in front of us. Not just any giraffe, he's a 6-month-old baby boy. Right up in the trees. See him? He's looking right at you. There's another adult female just to the right up in the palm tree. Straight ahead of us, way up on top of the ridge, those are impala. When an impala is running from a predator, they can jump 30 feet in one jump. Those are impalas. Take a picture of the impalas, Mom. Come on now. Those aren't deer, but those are impalas. They can out-jump deer. Hey, look, 2 giraffes up on the hillside here. These are adult females. Another adult female, but where did Junior go? We know he's up there. We just spotted him a second ago.
Oh, it's actually amazing.
You know what, though? I don't think we're done looking at baby animals. Got one more little surprise for you guys. Let's see if we can find him.
What is your location? Over.
Just about to enter elephant country. Over.
Keep your eyes open for me. We picked up a baby elephant that was wandering off on its own. We can't find the mother. I'm afraid torches may be in the reserve.
Oh, no. All right, Wilson. We'll keep our eyes open. There's a mandrill monkey right up there on the rocks.
Oh,
Just down there by that. There he is. You can see the side of his head. Here comes one out behind the bushes.
oh, yes.
Brightly colored faces and rumps. That's how you know they're mandrills. Kind of look like that old, everybody knows him, Rafiki. He looks like a mandrill monkey. And you know what? We got an FM radio station over here in this part of the reserve. See if we can find a little safari music, maybe. Show you what the kids are listening to in Africa these days, if I can find it. There we go.
See him?
Doggone that little baby. I was going to show you the baby. He's up in the rocks with his mom. I just saw him. Little guy's only 6 months old. Weighed, what did he weigh? 349 pounds when he was born. The gestation period for a mother elephant, ladies, is 22 months. Oh, no, look at this. The bridge is just cobbled together with rusty wire and duct tape. Magic. Oh, no. Hang on, everybody. We're going to go airborne. Hold on. Oh, that was a close call. Woo-wee. Oh, thanks for crossing your fingers, gang. You see that? There is no denying the power of good old magic. Hey, look, the red clay pit. Oh, yeah. Wilson was right. Look at all the elephant signs, tusk marks, and footprints. They've been here, all right. Wall hanger on the left, gang. Elephants eat red clay. It's got minerals they need for their diet.
Red clay?
Now look close at an elephant's ears. You'll see blood veins just under the skin. Flapping the ears cools the blood, helps her beat the heat, lowers the blood temperature.
Cool, Jamesy?
They throw dirt on their back to keep getting a sunburn. They also have extremely sensitive skin. You know, something Wilson said back there is bothering me. This morning he picked up a baby elephant that was just kind of wandering around. Oh, come on, that's not good. Baby elephants normally stay with mother about 14 years. Mom teaches baby everything about life. Where to find food, water, even manners. How to act around the other elephants to herd. I'll call the warden in a minute, see if he had any luck locating mommy elephant. Hey, we got both male and female African elephant have the beautiful ivory tusks. Now this one here in front of us got a 2-year-old on the left, 4-year-old on the right. Tell by the length of their tusks. Over here on the left, these are greater flamingos. Lightest colored pink of all flamingos. They get their color from shrimp and crustaceans that they eat. Look, sable antelope up on the right. Look at that. Sable on the official emblem of Harambe Reserve. You get the next chance. It's brother's turn right now. You're next. Don't worry. I got something cool for you to take a picture of. You ready? Okay, just sit there. Be patient. We got another whole week to go. You see that? You wind and he got a great picture. You can put on your wall. So he's just doing you just as big a favor as you're doing him. They're all going on the wall, so it's kind of like teamwork, right? All right. Oh, here they come. White rhinos. Look at these guys. Oh, man, they're so much bigger than the black rhino. And the big one in the rear there, that's Dad. 5,000 pounds, folks. He weighs more than your car. And we're not gonna crowd these folks at all. They don't see very well. Now this is Mom and this is her baby. He's about 1.5. But you see, the female white rhino actually gets bigger than the male. Look at this. Can you believe the size of these guys? Look at that. Oh, he's listening. Watch his ears. Wow. Ostrich nest on the right. White rhinos are much more passive than the black rhinos. They'll come up next to the truck and won't attack. Black rhinos are a little cantankerous. Hey, hey, hey. Cheetahs laying in the grass right up on the hill in front of us. See them? 2 of them, they're laying there with their heads up. Uh-oh, he's looking right at us. See, that cat can run 70 miles an hour, and a safari truck can run 8 miles an hour. There they are, right there. Look at that.
Oh, yes, up on top of the hill. Right up on
Male and female cheetahs hunt together during the daytime. Safaris I know, they are the only big cats that do hunt in the daylight. Most of the other large cat predators are nocturnally hunt at night. Hey, this looks like Pride Rock. Now, who do we know that lives at Pride Rock? Oh, there he is, right there. Simba. That's how you say lion in Swahili, Simba. Pretty lucky, gang, he's awake. See, he sleeps 18 hours a day. I'm gonna go slow. Look at that. Oh, there's a wall hanging right there by his gum. Look at that. Yeah, that's Simba. Now, I just told you what that means, right? It means lion in Swahili. Scimitar horned oryx on the right. Look at that. Those guys are extinct in the wild. And we got one right in the trail. He looks kind of old and creaky, so we're going to go real slow.
Oh, look. He's not going to move.
Nice back scratcher, bud. You know, they're extinct in the wild. The only place you see them now are zoos and reserves. Now look right up here. Right here by this rock. Look right up there. There he is. The king. Oh, we got ostrich in the trail. Please keep your fingers inside the trunk. Which way are you going, Missy?
That's a girl. I got the boy over there.
Yep, boys are darker color.
Pretty big birds. Now this one right here, she's the biggest one. We go by her, look at her ears. Ostrich have funny looking ears. These are batabuck, the little brown guys. Those guys, along with the oryx, are extinct in the wild. Yeah, those ostrich we just saw, that was their eggs right there. That's their nest. It's their house. That's where they hang out.
There are poachers in the area. Can you help us cut them off?
You betcha we can help. All right, we're going to help Wilson trap some scuzzy old poachers. I got to hop off Simba one and open the gate to get out of the reserve. Oh, no, look at this. Poachers have smashed the gates. Wait a minute, I think we're chasing the same poacher Wilson is. Hang on tight. Things are about to get wild.
The poachers are heading east. Keep going, and you'll drive them to my patron. Over.
Roger, Wilson. All right, everybody, we're coming into the Geyser Gorge now. This old water's stinky. I don't want you getting splattered. You smell funny the rest of the day. Oh, no, hang on. Poachers are shooting at us. All right, gang, you better hold on tight. I'm going to floor it. Hang on, here we go. There you are, 8 miles an hour. Hold on. Simba to Wilson, we found the poacher's camp. It's abandoned. I think we scared them off. Coffee pot's still going. Sorry about that, boss.
Not to worry. You drop them right into my patron.
Hey, Roger, that's the best news we've had in 2 weeks. Over.
The poachers friends, but they won't get far. We located the mother and the father. Thanks to you, they are now both safe. Everyone.
Look at that. The baby's safe and Wilson's truck, and he found Mama too.
I have to go now. We have to get this baby elephant back to its mother.
Roger, Wilson. Folks, thanks for helping save that little elephant. He'll never forget you. I know when you get home, you're going to look around, you're going to see a little water, little wild space. You'll know it's full of little wild faces. Even if it is just a bunny, a bug, a bird, a frog, or a handful of deer, hey, it's a circle of life. Nature, just like out there on the savannah. It's up to us humans to protect those little wild spaces. That way our kids and grandkids will always be able to catch a few frogs.
Animal Kingdom we absolutely enjoyed. It is still to this day one of my favorite parks to visit when going to Walt Disney World. And we just took in all the sights, the sounds, because then there weren't as many rides as what there are now. You pretty much had Expedition Everest, you had the safari, you had that raft type ride, you had a few rides in Dino Land that even now I'm pretty sure there's some rides removed. We've seen so many animals. It was just such an enjoyable park. And like I said, to this day, it's one of my favorites. Absolutely love it. We also went to Epcot, and even Epcot has changed greatly since 2008.
Coming, James, to try something else?
Is it ready?
Some of the rides that are available now weren't available then, like Frozen. It used to actually be a different type of flume type ride on a boat. It isn't what it is now, but that wasn't there back in 2008. We also did Test Track. We also did Living with the Land.
Cacao, coffee, and rice are well known around the world. Others, like the jackfruit, fluted pumpkins, and dragon fruit growing here, represent the vast number of lesser-known tropical plants. Many of these are exceptionally high in vitamins and nutrients. Others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. The fluted pumpkin, with its edible seeds, is family. Fruits are high in vitamin C, rich in antioxidants. As we learn more about these plants, we discover new ways they can help us eat our food. One day, some of these may be as popular as the bananas growing on both sides of the book.
Peaches, James.
More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
Papaya.
Papaya.
Banana.
And there's Jenny.
Innovative way to increase harvests and protect wild fish farms. Fish are three popular crops raised by fish farmers around the world. In Asia, tilapia are often raised in rice paddies where the fish waste provides nutrients
Look
for
at
the
them
rice.
fish, man. James,
This
would we like to eat
integrated growing
those?
system improves yields and reduces pollution. The American alligator on your right were once an endangered species. Raising alligators on farms has played an important role in decreasing pressures on wild populations. Nearly 30% of all fish consumed worldwide is raised
Alligators.
on farms, making aquaculture an important part of our efforts to produce a bountiful harvest. Here at the land, we grow about 6,500 pounds of fish each year, many of which are featured in restaurants here at Epcot.
Eels.
Look at that one, he's swimming. Dad, look at that one. Oh, he's swimming.
The eels.
Oh my God.
This greenhouse is full of some of our biggest ideas. Giant pumpkins and winter melons are certainly impressive, but their real importance far exceeds their record-setting size. These super-sized crops represent the best efforts of scientists and farmers to improve plant yields. Years of careful selection and crossbreeding results in plants that produce more food, are more resistant to pests, and can even grow in marginal climates. And it doesn't hurt that one 9-pound lemon will make about a gallon of lemonade on a hot summer day.
Something must be living around here. That's a 9. See that? Look, guys, look. A 9-pound lemon. It's a lemon.
Oh, it's a big
These plants
moderator.
are definitely on their way up. Vertical growing systems like ours increase airflow through the leaves, which helps to reduce disease. Diseases and pests are two of the biggest challenges faced by farmers around the world. Innovative growing techniques are just one way to fight these problems. Using beneficial insects to manage pest problems is another technique we're using. We're also growing plants using our novel nutrient film system. By recycling water and nutrients, the system can save farmers money and help protect the environment. Here's something you don't see every day: tomatoes growing on trees. These plants were originally developed by Chinese scientists. Tomato trees live longer and produce many more tomatoes. One of ours lived 16 months and produced over 32,000 tomatoes.
Holy crap.
Much of the produce you see growing in our greenhouse.
But in terms of any dining, we didn't do any in Animal Kingdom, and we didn't do any dining in Epcot. We literally went to the parks just to hit up the rides. I do recall though that Mission Space, I did end up getting very sick on that ride. Actually, a few of us did. There were two you could do. They had 2 cards. You could do just like the more relaxed version of Mission Space or the extreme. And of course I was like, okay, we got to do the extreme. And yes, I did get quite sick. And to compensate for being so nauseous and wanting my stomach to just chill out for a bit, we decided then to hit up the ride Imagination with Figment, just so it was more of a relaxed ride, just so I can get my belly to settle, as well as some others in that party that went with us, my family. We had to do something. But even some of my family members who also ended up getting sick on that ride, that was the best way to go to help relax your belly if you do pick the extreme. Figment. I remember too, that was the first huge firework show I've ever seen, and that was in Epcot, and it was Illuminations, and oh my goodness, it blew my mind. I was so wowed by it, thought it was so amazing, so spectacular. I've never seen it. And during that trip with my family, because my brother ended up getting sick in Magic Kingdom, we didn't get to see the fireworks in Magic Kingdom. So my big like wow of fireworks, it was Illuminations. The very first huge fireworks show I seen was in Disney's Epcot.
That was it.
Wow.
I jumped.
Right there.
werden.
Wieder auf Erden und den Menschen ein Wohlgefallen.
Assalamu alaikum, liban al-insan. Fred på jorda blant alle mennesker.
Pace in terra, agli uomini di buona volontà.
During this glorious time of year, there is one message that rings out around the world in every language. Peace on earth, goodwill to men, is a wish to hold in our hearts throughout each passing year. A gift of immeasurable value. A treasure to be handed down with care from generation to generation. And so our holiday wish is that everyone, everywhere, share in the spirit of the season. Peace on earth, goodwill to men.
We also went to Hollywood Studios, and Hollywood Studios back in 2008, where there was no Toy Story Land or anything, or Star Wars Land, it was absolutely like a dud. We did enjoy it. I liked the fact that Rock and Roller Coaster was there, and we did go on Tower of Terror. Besides that, though, we didn't really do too much. We did check out the stunt show, Indiana Jones. we didn't check out any other shows besides that except the stunt show. The stunt one I did enjoy, but at the same time I didn't. I liked the fact that they did the stunts and stuff. I didn't like the fact they would take breaks and pretty much explain how the stunts were done. I wanted something exciting, and that show kind of did it, but it kind of didn't, because the moment they started explaining how everything was done and taking breaks in between and just talking, it took away and just dragged it out to where it didn't need to be dragged out. So that show's now gone, and I kind of am glad, and it kind of makes me sad because I did like it for the stunt type factor, but I didn't like it for the whole them just doing a lot of rambling in between each segment. When we went to Magic Kingdom, it was absolutely amazing. It was Christmas Eve.
Hey, Captain Hook, on guard!
Don't have any other choice. My partner here is going to keep both hands on the wheel, and I'm going to keep my eyes closed. He's going to keep his eyes open. Hope to see y'all at the end. All right, partner. Whichever way you see the boat go, we just steer it that way. So we're going to go this way. Come prepared.
Take a picture, Dad.
And looks, oh yeah, he wants to give us a shower of our own. Now, James promised me he'll be a good driver. He'll get us out of here before oh no, it's coming up again. Looks like he forgot to pack his trunk. That's just a little dry humor here in the jungle. Now, guys, how about a great big round of applause for James again? He did such a wonderful job. Now, guys, if you came in the back door, why don't you go out the back door and we knock?
We got to see the Christmas parade, which was, oh my goodness, I absolutely loved it. We've seen some stage shows for Christmas.
His dimples, how merry were they?
His cheeks were like roses when kissed by the sun.
His nose like a cherry, all wrinkled with fun. The beard on his chin was as white as the snow.
He had a broad face, and a little round belly. That shook when he laughed, like a bowl full of jelly. He was a jolly old man, a right jolly old man. He laughed when he sang in spite of himself.
Gee, Minnie, why don't you tell Santa your Christmas list?
Santa baby, been an awful good girl, Santa baby. So hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a sporty new convertible too. With some polka dots too. Oh, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Just think of all the fun I've missed. Think of all the fellas that
all will be together if the fates allow.
may the shining star go the highest Oh, Mickey.
It was just so decked out for the holidays. And oh my goodness, even to this day, me and my husband both agreed that we would love to go back together for the Christmas season, because both times we went now have been in October. So I would definitely love to go down during the Christmas season and just compare it, because I have seen videos on YouTube of other YouTubers going during the Christmas season. I haven't went down since 2008, and I just, from their videos, it's, oh my goodness, a lot different, a lot busier. When we went down, you could literally get really close to the parades. You can maneuver with it throughout the park and not be banging into people. And that was with all the parks, especially even Magic Kingdom. And Christmas Eve wasn't that bad. The only downfall was we were hoping to see the Magic Kingdom fireworks that night, the Christmas ones. But like I said, one of my brothers ended up getting really sick, so we had to bounce out of that park and head back to the resort. Looking back now on what I know now, in terms of staying off resort versus on resort, when I have went down with my husband the past 2 times, we've stayed on Disney compared to when I went down with my family when I stayed off at Disney. And I would 101% recommend, if you're doing the Disney parks, to stay on Disney. It keeps you in that Disney bubble, gives you that Disney feeling. Highly recommended. Like I said, we tried off of Disney and it just wasn't the same feel. It did put like a break in it. And when you want to stay in that Disney bubble, you kind of don't want that, because it takes away that magical feel a bit. And I wanted that magical feel from start to finish of the trip. So the next 2 times I did go down, which were with my husband, we stayed on Disney, and it was a totally different experience than staying off of Disney. Now the upside of when we stayed off of Disney, it was cheaper, and you got to experience a lot more shops and stores because we were on an international drive. The only thing I would not suggest when we did go down, me and my sister, I was still quite young. Like I said, this was back in 2008. I was probably in junior high at the time. Yes, I was in junior high, grade 8 or grade 9. And my family actually allowed us to leave the resort and wander up and down International Drive. And there was a point that me and my sister, because we went by ourselves, we did kind of lose our bearings for a second. But we just continued on. We took some pictures next to some palm trees. We checked out different shops and stores. But I would not recommend or suggest ever allowing your children, especially in another country that you are unaware of, and especially on an international drive nowadays, to wander on by themselves down that strip. And thank you so much for watching today's video. That was my first experience down in Walt Disney World. And like I said, it's completely different. You can't even compare now to what Disney was then to what Disney is now. Even just the crowd levels have gone through the roof compared to what it was. But Disney is still one of my favorite places to visit. But if you want to stay in the Disney bubble, I do suggest staying on Disney Resort. They have so many different hotels for different price ranges, and they all cater to different aspects of Disney and what you're looking for. If it's a theme resort, if it's a more relaxed resort, and they all cater to different wants and needs. And some of the resorts are greatly themed, which honestly I love about a lot of the Disney resorts. And then other ones, it's more subtle theming. So if you're more into the more subtle theming of hotels, definitely check out the Disney resorts, because they will cater to that as well. They do have restaurants on site, or they have food courts on site if they don't have restaurants, or they have a mix of both. When we stayed at Staybridge Suites, it could have changed since then. They did offer continental breakfast, but there were no restaurants in the hotel itself besides a little, like I said, little area to have your continental breakfast. There was a few tables there and just a buffet style breakfast, but it really didn't matter too much because of how all the restaurants were on that strip of International Drive. And in case you do plan to travel during the December month, I do highly recommend being prepared, especially if you're flying out, for the potential of weather, especially if you're coming from Canada, because we ended up having a layover in Toronto simply because the weather was absolutely terrible, so we couldn't get back home. And because of this, we had to stay up in another hotel in Toronto for a few days. But because the storm was so bad, we did have to stay a few days. It wasn't just 1 day or 2 days. I'm pretty sure it was like 3 or 4 days. So do be prepared if traveling in the winter months. Have a bit of extra cash just in case there is bad weather. You do have that little cushion of money. Now the flight that we were on, they did cover a little bit of the hotel cost and just food. We ended up getting a bit of a food voucher, but not the whole time we were there. So I do highly recommend, like I said, have a bit of a cushion of money poked aside just in case your flight gets delayed or you have a stop somewhere that you weren't expecting to stop. Like us, we didn't expect to stop in Toronto and we did. Now we did make the most of it. We did enjoy taking advantage of the pool that was there and just the amenities at the hotel that we were in. I can't even recall the name of it, where they ended up putting us to, but it was an extremely nice hotel, and honestly, it was nicer than Staybridge Suites. So thank you so much for watching this video, and that was my very first day down in Walt Disney World. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye now.